Welcome. Today we are making this cute little lunchbox bag here. For me, this is going to get used on some of the longer bicycle rides that me and my little one are going to be doing over the summer, because I just want to keep all of the fruit in one place and I'm fed up with taking out massive tins. So this is the bag for me. It is a really simple, quick design with the minimal amount of thinking that you have to do. So you need two 26 by 11 inch squares. Now if you don't have that size fabric, you don't have those size fabrics, you can use 25 or 10, it's entirely up to you. And when we're boxing the corners, if you don't want such wide deep corners, you can cut with maybe 1.5 inches or 1 inch instead of the 2 inches that we're using here today. You need one strip of Velcro, which is about 4 inches long. The Velcro is sewn on at the end, so you can of course see the stitching from the inside, and that is because I used the same lining and outer fabric, and I just wanted something really quick. I didn't want to be measuring where I was putting Velcro on my fabric right at the beginning. So as you can see, fold over once and fold it over twice, and then it folds nicely. I've used mine with a cotton canvas because it has a bit more durability, and that's what I had lying around. The finished dimensions when it's like this ends up being about 10.5 by 6.5 inches. Now of course you can roll it out like that, which makes it wide, and then you can still use the same method of folding over, and that is the second look that you can have. So it just gives you more space at the top. You're going to need two 26 by 11 inch pieces of fabric. I have a canvas today. If you have a thinner cotton, you can go ahead and cut one piece of sturdy interfacing to make this more sturdy, and you will need, so first step is you're going to fold both pieces in half, right sides together. Then you're going to sew up both sides by 1/4 inch. Do mine in a red thread so you can see. Now the next step is to box the corners. So you're going to open up your bag like this. Now this fold at the bottom, you want to press into the side seam, like so. So you want to line them up. So under my finger here, I can feel that whole side seam, and then I've taken the fabric, the excess fabric outside, out of the way. So the tip right here, I'm just going to line up with the line on my cutting mat. And I'm going to measure 2 inches, and I'm going to put a line right across. And that is our sewing line. Then go ahead and do the same on the opposite side. Now, I want to do that on the lining piece as well, and then sew across each of these lines. Now make sure you back stitch the beginning and the end. Now simply cut with about 1/4 inch. I'm just going to chop off all those little triangles. I am eyeballing this because you're not going to see this because it's a fully lined bag. You don't need to finish off your seams. While you're at it, chop off your threads if you haven't done that already. Now for the fun bit. Turn your lining piece right sides out. Now this is what the boxed corners look like once they're done. So it gives the bag depth and width at the bottom. Now you're going to put one piece beside the other, lining up these edges. Along the top, match up your seams. Press one way, like so, and one the other way, and that is called nesting the seams. So this is what you use in quilting. So you just sort of butt them up together, like so. And if you are quilting, it gives a really nice finish. And go ahead and put your needles or clips all the way around. In the middle, you're going to leave about a 2 to 3 inch gap. So you are not going to sew over this. Now I want you to sew all the way around, leaving a gap. So start here, finish here. And you are going to be using a 3/8 of seam allowance here because we're going to be folding this in and top stitching. So 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. This is what we've ended up with. Nice little gap there. Go ahead and cut all your threads off. Now, for the tricky bit, we're going to turn this bag right side out through this hole. So, open it up, shove your fingers in, grab a bit, start pulling. So it is important for this hole that you've really secured it so you've backstitched at the start and the end, and then just simply pull it through. You might want to leave a bit of a bigger hole, and then you end up with something like this, which doesn't look like a bag at all. So grab your lining fabric, you're going to simply shove it inside. Along the top, just going to do this all the way around to ease out the seam. And pin or clip it. Then you notice that you've got your hole there, so we need to top stitch all the way along the top to close this hole. Alternatively, you can hand sew it. Once that's done, just go ahead and line up these seams at the bottom, just push them out. It should fit in nicely. Go. Go ahead and stitch all the way around to close it up. I have gone ahead and used a decorative stitch because I don't feel that they get enough attention on our sewing machines. I would recommend using matching thread, but I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. Though I will end up using this. So turn your bag on this side. So you've got a seam facing up, seam facing down. Now, you want these 2 points at the bottom here to meet. Fold it all the way up like this, and then go ahead and give it a good steam with your iron, and do the same on the other side. Then you end up with something like this. So they fold in nicely, like so. Now you can go ahead and stitch down each of these folds, and I'll just reinforce it a little bit. So enclosure, you can fold it over once by about 1 inch, and fold it over again by another inch, and then that is your nice little sandwich bag. So you're going to want 4-inch strip of Velcro, or you just want it to fit right in here where these seams stop. So I'm going to eyeball it, so fold it over once, fold it over twice. Now I want you to make a mark right there, so that is going to be where one piece of your Velcro is going. Then flip your bag over. Along the top here is where your second piece of Velcro is going. Now go ahead, sew all the way around both pieces of Velcro. There's Velcro, you can see it from this side, and then Velcro on the other side. So let's close it up, shall we? Let's put something in it. Let's put a cup and interesting lunch we have today. Fold in the size, and because you've steamed it with the iron, it should fold in nicely. Fold it over. Fold over once, fold over twice, and then there you have it, one lunch bag. Now